Good morning, candidates. Today we are going to have a live interview. You know, the Armed Forces Service Selection Board interviews are the simplest one, but yet the most difficult to crack. The selection rate is only 3.6% who crack this interview. It's a personality-based interview which is semi-structured, means the questions are more or less pre-decided. And only the probing questions which are there with the interviewing officer, which he will ask you based on the answers you have given. There are usually 4 or 5 questions asked. The first question is invariably about your educational journey, about your extracurricular activities, about the subjects, your favorite subject, your favorite teacher, about your friends, and about your future plan. The second question is invariably about your family, your relationship, your neighborhood. And the third question is about your hobbies, your pastime activities. If you are a working person, whether in the army or in the civil, then a question invariably is about your job. And thereafter, of course, some questions will be on general awareness, your strengths and weaknesses. Remember, the interviewing officer will make sure that you are comfortable, you are at ease. Therefore, before the actual interview starts, he will have some rapport building questions like where have you come from, how is your place, and how was your journey, etc. So this is how the interview questions are going to be framed. So are you ready for an interview?
Download the SSB SureShot app from Google Play Store to access courses for written exams like NDA, CDS and AFCAT. You can also find courses for SSB Personality Development and Spoken English. Apply the coupon code SIGNUP15 to get 15% off on your first purchase. Call us on 725-930-7111 for any queries.
Good afternoon, Varun Chaudhary. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Good. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So Varun, you belong to which place?
So, Mathura, Uttar Pradesh.
Okay. Tell me, why Mathura is so famous?
Sir, basically Mathura is birthplace of Lord Krishna. So, it is famous for that only, and there are many places and temples which are related to Lord Krishna, like the Janmabhoomi and the place where they used to play with their friends, and the lifespan of there was spent in Mathura only. So that is why it is famous.
Okay. Varun, can you tell me 3 areas in which Lord Krishna had done a great service to the mankind?
Sir, one is the birthplace, that is Mathura, the Janmabhoomi, and the Vrindavan, where he spent his childhood. And
never mind, Varun. Varun, would you be able to tell me who was the father of Lord Krishna?
Sir, I'm not able to recall the name.
Doesn't matter, Varun. You relax. Sit easy. You want to have a glass of water, you can have a little bit of water. Okay? Feel at ease. Then only you will be able to answer. Okay? Okay, tell me, which are the neighboring cities of Mathura?
So, one is Agra, then Palwal is a place which is, and then, sir, Delhi is also near to that place.
Okay. Okay. Varun, let me now ask you a question about your educational background. I am basically interested on your educational journey right from 6th class onwards. Tell me the marks you got in various classes, and also tell me your extracurricular activities. I want to know the subjects you like the most and the subject which you do not like, why? Tell me your favorite teacher and teachers whom you do not like. Also tell me why and when you joined the armed forces. What was the reason for it? Yeah.
Sir, starting from 6, as I hail from a army background, so I have done my schooling from APS mostly, as my father was posted in various places, so I used to study in the places of APS only. So right from 6, my father was posted in IMA, so I joined the school of APS, that is Clement Town, that is in Dehradun only. So I started from there at like 6th. Sir, I scored marks. I was an average student, so I approximately scored 70% marks in every classes, like 60 to 70. And other than that, the favorite teacher is, so I like math subject. So there was a teacher who came to our school for teaching. So that teacher I used to like very much. And hating, sir, I don't dislike any teacher, sir, as everyone used to give us some teaching and information related to the subject. But I was very weak in in subject which is social science, because I cannot recall dates and the facts about things like the dates of history and the war names like thing. So I was weak in social studies, and extracurricular activities I was very keen to as a sports person. So I participated in many sports like athlete, and after that football games also. After that basketball I participated in 11th to 12th, and other than that after 12th I joined army, because as my father was also posted in IMA, so I have seen the life of the GC cadets. So I was very fond of that uniform and that life, so I always wanted to join army. I tried for NDA, but I could not crack that exam. So after that I joined army as a clerk in MEG. Then after I was aware of the entry ACC, so I tried for it, and now I am preparing for my SSB.
Okay, good. Varun, now tell me what kind of preparations you did for the NDA and why you did not get through. And also tell me about, you were not able to explain to me, and what forced you to join the army. It is just because of the choice, or why you did not continue your studies? What was the reason? And I'm not very clear about your favorite subjects. I know you do not like history, etc. But what subject do you like the most?
So as you asked for a preparation of NDA, so yeah. I prepared when I was from 11th only, but at the time of 11th, the entry which is in 11th, so we were half aware of the knowledge of maths that came in exam. So at that time, maybe that is the reason I could not crack the exam. But after 12th, that was a very nice opportunity for me that I could have cracked it, but maybe I lacked in the preparation of that exam. I did not take any coaching for that. That was, I think, lack in me. But I joined forces by wish only. There was no force on it. But my family my father retired at that time only, and my both brother and sister were also studying at that time. So my father needed support, and I could not carry further studies in any college. So that's why I preferred to join forces.
Okay.
And as my favorite subject, I like maths, and I have a very good hand in maths. I like to do maths, and
okay. Varun, what is the Pythagoras theorem?
Sir, Pythagoras theorem is basically related to a triangle that have a 90-degree angle, and it is basically that hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of both side squares.
Okay. And can you tell me what is the Newton's second law?
The Newton's second law, sir. Sorry, sir.
It doesn't matter. You may be able to recall Newton's first law.
Yes, sir. If a body is in a motion, it will stay in motion unless a external force is applied on it, sir.
Okay. And what is the formula for that?
So V equal to U plus AT.
And what about the third law?
So third law is for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Can you give me an example of that?
Yes, sir. If we are skating and if we push the wall, so the wall will also apply a force on us and we will come back.
Okay. You seem to be fairly good in maths and science. Can you tell me what is the difference between a generator and a motor?
Sir, a generator is a device which is used to produce energy, and a motor is a device which is used to convert the energy.
It converts into what?
Sir, like a water pump with a motor.
Are you sure about it or no?
No, sir.
Okay, doesn't matter. Let's move on to your family. I am more interested to know about your family. Who are the members in your family? What kind of relationship you share? Tell me 2 qualities which you like in your father and 2 qualities which you do not like. Which branch of the armed forces your father was and when did he retire? Also tell me about your neighborhood and how do you spend your time whenever you go home.
Sir, so in my family there are 5 members including me. My father, who was from army background, my mother, she is an housewife, and I have 1 elder brother and 1 elder sister. So both are studying. Sorry, sir. My brother is studying and is doing internship in BAMS from Haridwar, and my sister is doing job in Bangalore here only, and she is an engineer. And after that, my father's qualities, that are the 2 qualities I liked, was that he is very punctual towards his work, and he is very determined. If he gets a job or gets a thing that is to be done, so he is very punctual about that to do it. And 2 qualities that I don't like are he easily trusts person, the friends or someone, and sometimes they cause a very big loss to him. And other than that, according to sir, only 1.
Okay, which regiment he was in?
Sir, he was from 18 Jat.
18 Jat?
Yes, sir.
Then why 18 Jat is so famous? Tell me in some battle in which 18 Jat has participated.
Sir, 18 Jat was not participated in any battle, but it was in a spare for Kargil war also, sir. If there has been more casualties, then my father's unit was in the spare and has to be posted ahead. At that time, my father also was in that regiment only, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's now move on to your own qualities. Tell me, what are your strong points and your weak points?
So according to me, I am basically very familiar with the group. I can easily mingle up with the group, and after that, I am also very hardworking person and a dedicated person. So if a task is given to me, I try to fulfill it and to give it my best in that. Other than that, in weakness, sir, I think I could more do in my academics in my school tenure, so I can have cracked more ND exam also. So other than that, I am a very rigid person for sometimes. If I am stuck on a thing, then I stay at it and I hardly try to change it.
Why do you think you are rigid?
So many a times the things that happen that if my friend is telling me the right thing also, but I don't want to listen to him, so I prefer that I am only right.
Okay, so you are doing something to change this habit?
Yes, sir, I am trying to change this habit. Sometimes when I got rigid also, but my friend is telling the right thing, I try to change myself, sir. Okay, Varun, let me see. Suppose, I know you believe in God. Yes, sir.
And God tells Varun that he can give him 3 qualities. What qualities Varun will ask the God?
Sir, as I said, I am weak in academics, so I would like to get qualities like for more of scholar and.
Here is a great opportunity. The God is there asking 3 qualities. You can easily pick up quickly.
According to me,
what qualities do you need?
I am fine with this, the qualities that I have, sir.
Okay, you'll miss this opportunity. Anyway, suppose God tells you, okay, Varun, I am ready to take your bad qualities. Yes, what bad qualities you will give him? 3 of them. Sir, one, of course, you told me rigidity.
Yes, sir.
What else?
I'm fine like this, sir.
Okay. Now God tells you, Varun, I can give you one thing, anything in this world. What will you ask?
So my father always have a dream that I should join the forces as a officer and invite him to the POP ceremony. So I will definitely want that I should crack the SSB and become an officer.
So that is what you are going to ask the God. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So that is your dream or your father's dream?
Sir, that my father dream also, but I am also passionate about this, sir.
Okay. Then you surprisingly did not join 18 JAT. You joined as a clerk with the engineers. Why?
Sir, I have enrolled from JAT regiment only, sir. But the clerk merit is on all India basis, so they place us anywhere in the country, sir. So I was given the Madras regiment, sir.
Okay, okay. Varun, can you tell me, if I ask you, which are the 3 countries in the Middle East?
Sorry, sir. I'm not that good at.
Oh, really? Okay. Doesn't matter. Can you tell me the neighboring states of Chhattisgarh? You have served too long in Bangalore now. Tell me 3 places of the Bangalore which are the most famous.
Sir, I have heard about Whitefield area. That is a very nice area. And after that, the WTC building, that is where my sister works. After that, I have also heard about Kappan Park, sir, and the Rajbhavan.
You have never been to these places?
Sir, I have been to Kappan Park and WTC once.
What WTC stands for?
So World Trade Center.
World Trade Center.
Yes, sir.
So it's a watching place
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
in Bangalore. Okay, tell me 3 negatives of Bangalore.
Sir, this city is basically for South Indians only, sir. So I wish it had been a more of equal for both. Like if we see hoarding also or announcement also, that is also in Tamil and Telugu also, Telugu only. So it is very hard for the person coming from north to easily mingle here. And other than that, this place is very, sir, polluted also at the area which are like MNC areas where very much pollution is there. So I think these two are qualities, bad qualities.
Okay, Varun, I have asked you a lot of questions. Anything you would like to ask now? Okay, all the best. Thanks, sir. Thank you. You have seen our interview video, which was unedited and real. By the way, we follow a unique system in our academy. Whenever an individual candidate is interviewed, all other candidates sit around and they also assess the candidate. And we brief them properly and they also come out with their comments and assessment. This way, they are able to see and evaluate about 10 to 12 such candidates, which really brings a complete transformation in their own personality, and they understand the intricacies of interview procedure. Now, coming to the interview of the chess number 44. I will first talk about his entry. His entry was smart and confident. He sat on the chair properly, looking at the eyes of the interviewing officer. As part of the rapport building process, the candidate is put at ease. So a simple question was asked to him. Why is Mathura famous? And to this he rightly replied, it's a Lord Krishna's birthplace. And thereafter he was asked that in which 3 areas Lord Krishna has contributed for the mankind. These 3 areas were basically meant for the 3 fields in which Lord Krishna has devoted his entire life. So obviously he fought the evil forces and He enlightened the mankind, including he gave the message of Gita. He contributed a great deal for the victory of Pandavas in the battle of Kurukshetra. So there were entirely different areas. What the candidate understood was 3 areas. He said Lord Krishna worked in Vrindavan, Mathura, and that is all he could answer. And even if he understood 3 areas, he could have answered that Lord Krishna initial childhood was in Vrindavan, thereafter Mathura and Hastinapur and Dwarika, because these are the areas that Krishna had generally spent his life. Thereafter, the candidate was asked, what is the name of Lord Krishna's father? He fumbled, and in spite of being from Mathura, he was not able to recall. So this perhaps does not reflect very well on the candidate. I think he started becoming nervous from here. The interviewing officer rightly asked him to have a glass of water to cool down and to relax.
Doesn't matter, Varun. You relax.
And
Sit easy.
he
You want to have a
thereafter in the further questioning started giving long pauses. He became more anxious. He started replying in a hurry, and rather than listening to the question, he started rushing for the answer. In short, his confidence became little shaky, and he started using pauses while answering. And you could distinctly see in every line a sound of something like that. If you view the video again, you'll find it quite evidently. Thereafter, I asked him about his schooling, his favorite subjects, his extracurricular activities, etc., which we usually ask in the CIQ 1. This question, again, he answered, he was not to the point. He was not able to listen and comprehend the question properly. Again, the pauses became a little longer. He even could not recollect the name of his favorite teacher and his favorite subject. The biggest mistake of the candidate was he is supposed to know himself. You fill up a PIQ form in which you give all your details, in which you are supposed to be familiar. You are supposed to be familiar about your own strong and weak points. So it is necessary that the candidate knows himself very well, knows his strength and his weaknesses. His answers again were disjointed. While probing further, the candidate was not properly able to answer what is the Newton's second law. Thereafter, what is the difference between a generator and a motor? He is not only 12th pass but also in the corps of engineers. So this basic knowledge between a generator and a motor he is expected to have. Thereafter, we went to the CIQ 2. In the CIQ 2, we asked about his family, which he was generally able to answer correctly. We also asked about his strong points and weak points. He mentioned very categorically that he is rigid. In spite of his friends telling him that he should be flexible, he maintains his stance. However, he thereafter told that he is trying to take some measures to get over this wrong habit. He says he thinks he's always right. Once he was asked about his qualities and his weaknesses, this he was not able to correctly elaborate. The interviewing officer, to know about his weaknesses, posed a probing question. Suppose the God is happy with him and he comes and asks him to ask for 3 qualities. What qualities he is going to ask? Here, after a bit of thinking, he was not able to make up his mind that what to ask the God. It is such a simple question, and a person who knows himself, he will know whatever is his weaknesses, he is going to ask the God. It is a kind of confirmation from the interviewing officer also to know about his weaknesses. Having weaknesses is nothing wrong, provided you know and you are able to answer about it correctly and you are taking measures to get out of these weaknesses. So every man has got his pluses and minuses. We should not be overly conscious about it. Now, thereafter, we come to the general awareness part. The first question he was asked was, which are the 3 countries in the Middle East? Such a simple question. And he says he was not only able to answer it, but also he says, sir, he has no idea of the general awareness. Another simple question asked to him, which are the neighboring states of Chhattisgarh? This also he was not able to give the answer. Such a simple question. And he was asked, what are the places which are worth seeing in Bangalore? You must have seen that this answer was also disjointed and not put across in a manner which was desired. He says, the place which is worth seeing is Whitefield. Whitefield is another place. I was asking him, which are the tourist attractions in Bangalore. Whitefield is no tourist attraction. He also mentioned that about the weaknesses of Bangalore. The first weakness he could see is the city of Bangalore is only for South Indians. It is not for the North Indians, which was a kind of wrong approach he displayed while answering this. He says all the announcements here are done in Tamil or Telugu, which is wrong. It is in Kannada. He should know this language of Bangalore is Kannada. Likewise, so overall, what is my assessment about the candidate? The candidate is smart, he has worked hard, he is a responsible person who to shoulder the family responsibilities, joined armed forces, which are the good qualities of this individual. But he lacks preparation, he lacks focus, he lacks a balanced personality, and he has to know about himself, know about his strengths and weaknesses. He needs grooming. Rightly so, he came here, and he will need some time to understand his weaknesses and strong point, because this was his first day of the course. And thereafter, he has got the potential which he, if takes suitable steps, he is capable of making it in the service selection board. But as of now, he is raw. He needs a lot of guidance, mentoring, and some kind of inner engineering. So we are going to ensure that this process of transformation takes place in him. I hope you all have understood and could compare the interview with my comments. So whenever you go for interview, please know about your strengths and weaknesses, know everything what you have filled up in your PIQ, know about the comprehensive interview questions, particularly the question 1 in which he asks about your educational background and your future planning. Question 2 in which he asks about your family, your father, mother, their strong points, weak points. The third one, your hobbies and pastime activities, and some question of your general awareness. If you are a working person, obviously some questions will be on your present job. Such a simple process. Let me tell you, in the service selection board, the interview process is the simplest one. Any person who has confidence and who knows himself and who possesses a balanced personality will be able to crack it. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to our new channel SSB Short Short Plus for exclusive new videos. Also follow us on Instagram for all the latest updates. Check out a Short Short guide to crack SSB on Amazon. The link is in the description below.